Hey Scorpio, welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Welcome to your weekly reading for the third week of August. This is a general reading for you, Scorpio, so take what resonates with you and leave what does not. If any part of this reading is not resonating with you, please remember to look at your moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. So Scorpio, we see now, I've pulled out the cards for you, and I see some of you are really, there's like a lot of things that is happening here for you. You've got the Star card in reverse, with the Death card, which is your card, in reverse. You're starting off with this Ace of Wands, where some of you could have been in a situation where there was this new beginning, new ideas, something. Some of you may have also been thinking about an improvement to the family, looking at expanding the family. There could have been, this new creative flow that some of you were in. We see this coming through. However, with that being said, we see that, there has been a lot of stagnation in your life. There's been this inability to move forward. There's been also, some of you could have just been very stubborn about letting go of the past. Some of you could have just wanted to carry on with the way things were, being very inflexible about stuff, and you could have caused yourself to miss out on a lot of exciting changes and a lot of exciting challenges that were coming your way. Somehow you need to realize that you need to get yourself out of the suffocating pattern that you've put yourself into. We see that you have really made a rod for your own back, so to say. This Ten of Wands energy tells me that things are not really as they seem. And you cannot blame other people for the situation that you're in, because you are creating the self-deception. Nobody else but you, Scorpio, is creating the situation for yourself, where you are caught up in this lies, in this trap. So what are you going to do about this? You need to be aware. You need to be aware that you may have allowed yourself to just be bluffed by other people. You have not examined other people's motives. You've just allowed yourself to fall into the fray. You have not safeguarded yourself against other people, against individuals that were just trying to curry favor with you. Lots of the disappointments that you've been facing is because of your own doing. You have just been blind to the truth of what is happening around you. You have, a very happy family situation going on in your life, where there's a lot of contentment, there's good relationships, you have, between yourself, your friends, there's been this, this stability and this peace, that there's been a lot in life to enjoy. So this is a bit of I can understand where you're coming from with this conflict as what is happening. Why has this happened? You most probably have not applied your strength and your creativity wisely. There has been a lot of demands on you, your time, on what it is that you need to do, and you have just not managed yourself and your time in your situations. You've allowed yourself to get so caught up with things, to get so confused with things. You really just turned your back on a lot of opportunities. Some of you could be feeling as though you're having these creative blocks in your life, where almost as though you're having these unrealistic expectations of yourself and of others. You need to be aware of this. You need to be aware of what is it that you are bringing to the fray. What is your expectations? Are you having reasonable expectations, or are you having unreasonable expectations? So Scorpio, you need to be very cognizant of what is it that is happening here. You could have been in a situation where some of you might be wanting to have false heroics when it comes to things. When you are faced with the battle, you'd rather want to just run away. And some of you could be, putting up this front, but it's almost a case of having to move on to the next drama. If you are expecting support from anybody, if you're expecting others to be there for you, to help you, you are putting your faith in the wrong people. You're putting the faith in people that is not going to be supportive towards you. You yourself most probably don't want to be in conflict situations and in all these dramatical situations. But you've made a series of choices, Scorpio, that has put you in this situation. There are so many changes that is coming towards you, but you are so ill prepared for all of these changes. You are looking to the past, you're trying to hold on, but you need to move into the future. You need to realize that your stubbornness, while you may feel it's a good reason to resist a change, you're trying to hold on to a relationship, you're trying to hold on to situations, maybe to careers and opportunities that are just no longer suitable for you. So you find yourself in the situation, Scorpio, where your series of mistakes you just want to keep repeating. You find you in the situation where you just want to keep repeating your series of mistakes. I'm shuffling some more cards here so we can get a bit more insight here for you in the situation. It seems to be quite a tenable situation for some of you Scorpions out there. Anyway, let's see what Tarot has to say for you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what Tarot has to say for you here. Yep, rushing, got Knight of Swords again. You've got Six of Cups. You've got the Two of Wands in reverse. Eight of Swords, reverse. Four of Cups. You've got the Ten of Cups here. And you've got the Ten of Cups twice, which really goes to emphasize that your family relationships are, your friendships, those relationships seems to be very good. But it could be your immediate personal relationships that are not in a very good place. So you see yourself, somebody could be wanting you to make some decisions. They could be putting a lot of pressure on you to make some decisions, and you are being forced, whether you are ready or not, to make these decisions. But there's definitely somebody who's rushing you to make these decisions. You need to be very mindful of people that is just wanting you to do things without thinking. Be very careful of, just being stagnant as well, because there is this need for you to move forward. But you also need to look at the wisdom from the past and the situations that you've got yourself into because of lack of thought. It's important. We see that some of you could be holding on to the past memories, to things that the way things used to be, holding on to situations that you hope could be revived, to reconnect. But that the past is the past, and you need to realize that. Be very mindful of not looking towards unreliable partnerships, relationships. Things from the past. Be honest about what happened. Why get involved with somebody where they only have all the benefits and not you? You need to address the situations at hand and say, you don't need to be in situations where you are feeling left out, where your needs are not being met. That's not a good place for you to be in, Scorpio. We see that there has been, some of you could be quite upset because there has been a little bit of a predicament that some of you may find yourself in. You most probably did not handle some adversity very well. So some of you could be feeling quite undermined, but also be very mindful of not playing the blame game. Don't blame yourself all, for the situations. Sometimes you just didn't know. Sometimes just a simple case of you haven't walked down this path and you just didn't know. And you need to just, extract yourself from getting involved in the emotional drama of things and use your brain instead of your heart. Don't get so caught up in what should have been, could have been, Look at what is. Accept the situation for what is. It's very important that you do that. We do see that many of you could be feeling very dissatisfied with a lot of the things, especially when it comes to your emotional life. You could be feeling as though, I've made all of these investments in my relationships and I've got nothing to show for it. Some of you could be facing boredom. You could be feeling a little bit unhappy in your situations, especially romantic situations. This is just this unhappiness that you have right now. But you do have, like I said, it's come up twice in this reading, there's this happy family situation. Your family life is really blissful. There's that contentment within your family life, but your love situations, the other relationships are not very happy. Maybe let that love from your family situation flow out from yourself and flow to other areas in your life. You need to be very aware that communication could be a bit of an issue right now, especially when you are talking to somebody from afar. And the lack of proper communication can hamper your progress. You need to be aware of that. You can find yourself getting into situations where there's so much drama, so much negativity, and because you're allowing your heart to rule instead of your mind to rule, you are saying the wrong things at the wrong time. So be mindful of that. There could have been a heartbreak. Some of you could be going through a heartbreak because of a romantic situation that has failed to become what it's supposed to become. And it's very easy to get caught up in the pain and drama of that and to not think clearly. Somehow these things happen, and it's just the way life is. Sometimes it's like the tides, they come and they go, and we need to use these situations as learning situations. Be careful of not wasting your time with frustration and irritation and allowing anxiety to take over you, forcing you to feel as though you're living on a knife's edge. You're not living on a knife's edge, Scorpio. What things have happened. Things have been very climatic. Things have been very disappointing for some of you. But you don't need to stay stuck in that. It has been difficult to face these situations. Like I said, you need to rise above it, and you need to use your head to rule in these circumstances. Shuffling some more cards here for you, Scorpio, to get a bit more direction here for you. So let's see what's going on here, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on here for you, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio? You've got 7 of Cups. You've got options and choices to make. You've got 5 of Wands. Page of Swords here. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles here. In reverse. Queen of Wands. 7 of Wands. So we see you in a situation where you need to make some choices, and you're not sure about these choices that you make. And one of them could lead you down a crooked path, and one of them could be the right place. One of them, you have decisions to make with your love life. You have decisions to make with your career. You have decisions to make, with your family situations. There's a lot of choices. And what you do need to realize, Scorpio, is cooperation. You need to have cooperation. You need to work with people. You can't allow yourself to be uncooperative. You need to realize that teamwork is what's going to get you forward. You need to bring in this new way of thinking, this new attitude, this new ideas. Open yourself up to this newness, to being a student in your life and to learning. Some of you could be studying. Some of you could be students as well. And you're thinking to yourself, I can't deal with all this other emotional drama. I just need to focus on my studies. I need to focus on my new position in this company. There's so much to learn. You do need to do that, yes, but you do need to realize that you need to have this balance of cooperation outside of your things that are working. You have this 4 of Pentacles, beautiful energy, being able to hold on to all that you've achieved, but be very mindful in that. Do not become grasping. You can, whatever you've learned can enhance your knowledge and allow you to grow, to be in a better position, to enjoy the comforts of life. So look at all of that you have, that you can hold on to. This is a wonderful time for grounding. It's a wonderful time for new beginnings, for planting seeds. And you will find yourself being in this Queen of Pentacles energy. Pentacles energy is also Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You've got this energy. You've got the Queen of Wands energy, which is fire energy, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So you could have these people in your space. You could have this energy in your chart as well. So you need to realize that as you plant these seeds of contentment, financial reward comes towards you, and you will feel this accomplishment, this groundedness. You will feel that you can grow and you can be blissful, and you have you can beat your own drum. You're getting to that situation. However, you do need to be grounded. You do need to be certain of your choices. You do need to understand that life is cyclic. You do need to create this balance within yourself as you move forward. Some of you could be dealing with a young person in your space, so you need to also make choices and help them as well see the wood from the tree, so that they too can move forward. And you too need to nurture your inner child, that your inner person can also see the wood from the trees moving forward, not losing sight of the bigger picture. You should be very mindful of all that you've accomplished, of your skills, of what you've done, how you have grown, how you've become blissful, and realize that you do need to let this light that is within you shine outside. You need to let people see what you are capable of doing and who you are. You need to also make sure that you keep yourself in a safe environment. The Seven of Wands energy says to me that you need to be very calm about things. Sorry, let me just grab some water here. You need to be very calm and centered. You need to be very clear about your boundaries. Be clear about what it is that you're going to. You've got all these ideas and this hope within yourself. And you have to let this flow, Scorpio. You need to let this flow. But also, like I said, be mindful of your boundaries. Let people know where they stand with you and with your situations and with your truth. Let's shuffle some more cards here. We're going to see what does the energy oracle have to say for you. So, Scorpio, what does energy oracle have to say for you today? Now, some of you have a situation where you may have to deal with issues. The storm warning, you remember, a storm warning could very well say that it's warning you, you follow your instincts if there's things that you need to be aware of, that you need to deal with. But in all likelihood, action, the way you take action towards this could actually cause it to actually blow over and not affect you. But remember, an action creates a reaction, so you need to be very aware of that. Follow your inner guidance, follow your spirit, know what's going on. Be mindful of deceit in your space, in your personal space. Be mindful when it comes to your financials and see door to value. Be mindful that you are being told the truth when it comes to money, that somebody's not hiding money from you, somebody's not stealing from you, somebody's not being dishonest when it comes to your financial aspects. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So speak your truth. Speak your truth when it comes to your financial situations. You need to be honest with yourself and with those around you and with those that have an effect and effect as well on your financial situation. You see that there's a lot of new beginnings, a lot of bliss coming from many of you Scorpions out there. There's a lot to be thankful for, a lot to accomplish. So that's, coming your way. So let's shuffle some more cards. New beginnings for many of you, new situations. Could be some family changes on the way for some of you Scorpions out there. You can anticipate these changes. So some of you could be having additions to the family as well. So definitely some change happening. Some of you could be starting a new position as well. A lot of growth, a lot of prosperity coming your way. So let's see here, what more does Spirit have to say to you? Okay. What more? There's a distant thunder. Some of you could be facing a situation. Maybe you can't avoid the storm cloud. There is a distant thunder. You need to most probably have a conversation with somebody to avoid the misunderstandings. Get to a point of peace and understanding, especially when it comes to the different areas of your life. And by doing that, you can look at expansion, look at faraway places, looking at moving on, having new horizons for yourself, both physically or metaphorically. And you have mystic healer, knowing that, whatever you have to deal with, do not be afraid. You have this healing energy within yourself to heal yourself and to heal your situations around you. You don't need to be caught up in any form of drama for yourself, Scorpio. So you can heal yourself and you can heal your situations. Okay, let's see what does Starseed have to say to you. Okay, let's see what does Starseed have to say here for you. Oops, what flipped out over here? Breath of Cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Very often many of us are so guilty of this. We want to micromanage everything. You want to give somebody a task, but you want to manage them. Even when it comes to the divine or to the universe, a lot of people will tell me they will pray and they want things to be done in a certain way. So we can't allow ourselves to become dictators in all situations. You need to allow things to happen. You need to allow life to flow. You need to allow the divine wisdom to take over in your life, because many of you have been trying to do things your own way and you haven't had much success, Scorpio. So surrender to the divinity within yourself, to your concept of God. the divine, your higher power, your higher self. Surrender to this and allow the divine to take over your situations and to bring in the peace that you need in your life. Allow the divine's will to happen and not your will to happen. A very difficult place for many people to be in, to learn to let go of control. But this is really what you need to do, is let go of your urge to control every single situation and the outcome of every situation. It's not possible. So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Until next week, please take care and remember to subscribe if you like these readings. Thank you so much. Bye.